busy over here, but at least I got access. Oh, is it starting to snow?
Yeah, that's what I thought. It's starting to snow.
Tonight?
I don't know. I thought I seen a few
But you don't-
flakes, but I thought, well, maybe it's just the wind.
Doesn't it seem a little bit warmer today after yesterday?
I know, right? Oh God, it
Now
yeah,
I
it was
tell the difference.
yeah, it was cold.
Yeah, so I got an email. They did some investigation
Yeah.
on one of the drag queens here tonight. And so I can give you a little information on that.
All right.
So I wrote some of that down, I think.
That sounds good.
And so today we have Timothy Wilcox is speaking, is part of this reading hour to children, drag queen reading hour at the Mall of America here. Timothy Wilcox is one of the speakers. And see if this is the kind of person you want reading to your children and influencing your children and being around your children. So he was arrested in Fort Lauderdale, Florida on felony charges for carrying two types of drugs without a prescription. And he missed a mandatory probation meeting, so he violated terms of his probation. And so he spent given an 18-month jail sentence. And so this is a male. He calls himself Latrice Royales also. So apparently that's his counter
AKA.
person. And so he's apparently a homosexual because he so-called married a male. And so let's take a look at this. Do you think a guy who's been arrested for drug use is going to warn kids not to take drugs? Do you think he's going to be standing up for police and law and order after he's been arrested and through the system? Not unless his heart has changed, is what I'm saying. And you want to make sure of that, right? Before you have them accessing your children. And would you want someone teaching your kids that homosexuality is healthy? When the Centers for Disease Control says that 1 to 2% of males are homosexual, yet they contract over 50% of the AIDS, which is a very deadly disease. And so most of the AIDS is caught by homosexual males in the United States of America. And yet they only, there's only 1 to 2% of America is homosexual male, or 1 to 2% of males are homosexual. So you can see that this is not a healthy lifestyle, that we want our kids to be mentored and to be taught by people like this. We kind of want people who are wholesome, that are law-abiding citizens, that don't use drugs, and they practice healthy sexuality, and they reflect the values that parents want their kids to be taught. And so that's this event today. And then at Bloomington Civic Center, they had a similar event, but it was a whole weekend called LGBTQ Pride event in Bloomington Civic Center. And that one, all 3 of the drag queens were investigated, and all 3 were pornography stars. So would you want your kids have a porn star accessing your kids, influencing them, mentoring them? I mean, that's And then one of them had homosexual pornography, and apparently it included some it indicated some underage type of sex going on also. And so can you imagine in this day and age of human trafficking, they're grooming, adults grooming kids to teach them, yeah, this is what you're here for, is to sexually satisfy adults. That's your purpose of life. That's what they're doing at CNN, the producers there. They were caught, several producers doing that at CNN, and probably didn't make CNN news.
Of course not.
But that's a pretty big deal when high up executives in the mainstream media are grooming kids for sex. They got caught. How you doing? And so you mind continuing to walk?
I don't mind.
Well, that's the story there.
It's definitely snowing on the street. Look at that. It's blowing. Yep.
So I don't know if we can walk around this mall and stay on public property.
Yeah, because there's a sidewalk over there, so we could walk around it.
I mean, we could try.
Yeah.
I mean, it's pretty sad, but you missed out on some excitement, though.
You want to tell?
Oh,
You want to? No, we don't have to.
well, two women pulled up to a red light, so I was at an intersection, and I was still holding my sign at that point, because I figure, well, this is a public road here.
There you go.
But the Mall of America security wanted me a long ways away. But anyway, so there's two young women in the car, and they start screaming, holding their middle finger up, and screaming how bad of a person I am. And so, thank the Lord, that the Holy Spirit kept me calm. And I just said, I replied back. I just came up right as close as I could get, looking directly at them. And I said, aren't you for diversity? With people who have different diverse viewpoints? Aren't you pro-diversity? Aren't you inclusive of others who are different than you? Don't you include other cultures in your life? Or do you think your culture is the only one that should be here? And they're just screaming, and they pretty much couldn't answer any of those.
I don't think they realize. I mean, a lot of young kids right now are being groomed into thinking this is an okay lifestyle, when really they're grooming the kids ready for trafficking, human trafficking, which is a huge deal in the USA.
Only 300,000.
Yes.
As of my last count I've heard from the government, it could be much more. As of last count, man, we have a lot of them right here in Roseville where I live at
Wow.
hotels. Yeah, they caught a whole bunch of girls, maybe some were over 18.
Yeah.
They just recently caught them in 2 rooms in a hotel full of these girls that were being prostituted.
Wow,
And
that's
you wonder
sad.
how many of those were slaves,
Yeah,
trafficked.
exactly.
And where do they live, and where do they move them around
Because
to? Sounds like they don't have transportation, and someone just drives them around. I mean, that sounds pretty close to slavery already.
I mean,
That doesn't sound like legalized.
and that's the thing.
So-called.
Kids just don't go missing. Kids do not just go missing. When they miss,
Rarely.
I think 90% is they're being a slave to child sex trafficking.
Yeah, they're very
Pretty close to that. Yeah,
They run away from home or something.
want to raise, or kids just don't go missing.
How do you like my new sign?
I love it.
I just wrote it today.
I love it.
I go, what's a good sign for today? I just prayed and prayed. I go, hey, you know, I don't want to make the whole world mad, but I do want to bring out a point of view that many parents are concerned about. And I thought this one would do it.
Yes. I will not let my child I will not bring my kid to a story time where drag queens are telling it.
Yeah. As you know, you go to the school board meeting.
Yeah.
And you know what they stand for.
Yep.
And you know how much they listen to parents.
Yes.
And how much they listen to the special interest groups in the school.
Yes.
How they welcome them in. And they don't exactly welcome parents in, do they?
No. They like the parents that are willing to accept critical race theory. Parents like me that do not accept critical race theory, they don't want us there. That's why we are the terrorists, as you can see. Because we are because we don't accept their critical race theory and social emotional skills, and list goes on.
Yeah. Well, at least there's an intersection up here. Maybe we can.
There you go.
Few people see us, but yeah, it's kind of sad. I'm not getting much coverage. I'd be doing better out on B2 and Snelling.
Yeah.
But I had to try, right?
But a lot of people don't get it. They just see, oh, it's a drag queen reading a kid's okay, or like that Bloomington event. I don't know why they think it's okay. I don't think it's okay.
Yeah, you gotta wonder if someone who doesn't know what their identity is, how safe they are.
Yes.
You don't know if you're a man or a woman. You don't know what's healthy. Wow, somebody lost their shoe.
Uh-oh. I don't know what that's about, but we just ran across someone who, it looks like a dog kettle, some kind of kettle, and a shoe. So hopefully nothing happened. Oh, and a shirt. And a shirt up here.
Maybe he's going to the airport and goes, I don't have room in my suitcase.
I don't know.
So, did you hear from Robert or Diana or anyone?
I just came from Diana. We were at Planned Parenthood.
The where?
Planned Parenthood.
Oh, did you?
So that's how I missed your call. Sorry.
Oh.
Yes, I was just wrapping up at Planned Parenthood. We did the rosary there.
I think maybe we'll cross the road.
It's snowing though.
I want to walk down there, but
they might. Yeah.
they are being.
Yeah, it's fine.
There's no way that can be privately owned.
I would think that's public, but we don't want to take the chance though.
But this time, you know, the day's late, and we're just going to play it on the safe side. It's the first time I've protested at Mall of America.
Oh, is
I've
it?
done it before.
Oh,
Never
okay.
done it here.
Really?
Yeah. But this was the most difficult experience I've ever had today.
I'm glad my antler ears saved the day.
Yeah, that was good.
I'm like, where is he?
Well, it's pretty cool that I saw you. Yeah, I was hoping to be out on the sidewalk so I could wave to you. You know, so you could see me out there.
I was looking for
I couldn't find a place to go. It's like, oh, you can't walk through there because it's too narrow between the road and the bridge.
Yeah.
You can't walk under there. Well, maybe that's true. I don't know. Maybe I better not risk it. They didn't snowplow there. So. Yeah, I'm just going to have to walk around this place. And I was thinking about coming here this morning,
Yeah?
you know, and walking around scouting it out.
Yeah?
And that would have been a very good idea. To scout this area. But I thought, well, I'll scout it when I get there. They're not going to be that fussy, but they were. All right, well, at least we're ready to here comes the snow, la la. Yeah, that police, he was from California, and he loves it here.
Wow!
Yeah, he loves it here. And
Nice.
He's a bicycle cop.
Nice. I didn't notice that. Yes.
And so he rides his bike every day. He loves it.
Wow.
Yeah, that's surprising. But yeah, he agreed that the crime is really terrible in California. And it's terrible in the crime wave here. We got crime to do.
Can you go there? This fell here. Ooh, the light rail. She's a coming.
Okay.
She's a coming. Oh, there you go. Perfect.
You want to talk about the events going on tomorrow?
We have an event called the March for Life down at the Capitol, and is it going to be guest speakers? They are marching for pro-life, is it? Down at the Capitol tomorrow at noon. March for Life tomorrow at the Capitol at noon. So it's for pro-life. So it's against abortion, right? Yes.
Abortion, saving the baby's life.
Against abortion.
Protecting the lives of the unborn.
Yes.
And expressing our belief that a human is very valuable. God and an unborn baby in the mother's womb has their own unique DNA. So they're not part of the mother, they're their own person. And,
That as goes that saying, my body, my choice. Technically, it's not your body and it's not your choice.
Exactly.
It's a baby's body, and it wasn't the baby's choice to be conceived.
Well said.
I don't like when I say that, my body, my choice. Technically, actually, it's not your body. It's your baby's body.
That's true on the jab and the mask.
No. Yes. No.
They're their own unique person.
Yes. I know.
I don't know if you want to walk down the other end.
Yeah. Fine.
Well, you're a tough person, so I guess I gotta wait.
We dealt with how many rude people at the Capitol?
Yeah.
I won't name any names, but we dealt with, you know, the other side, the leftists. Yeah, I think I can handle walking down the block.
Well, this will be unforgettable anyway.
I think we can walk. That's a sidewalk. We walk there, yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Good eye.
I noticed that. Oh, slip and fall, that is. Whoa!
Oh, that's snow on ice. Oh,
I caught myself.
snow on ice. Oh boy.
No, I gotta be careful driving home. No choo-choos. Good catch though. It's why they call it black ice.
I also told those two women who were cursing at me and screaming at me, I said, isn't free speech beautiful? That we can all express our viewpoints? Left wings, no, they don't think that's beautiful, freedom of speech.
That's why our freedom of speech is being taken away from us.
That's the liberals of decades ago. The liberals of today are communists. They want it shut down, man.
That's why it's called communist socialism.
There I go. Actually, it's fairly bright out here with all the lights.
Yeah, it is.
That's a good thing. Whoa. Look at
That did not look. That looked like the sidewalk.
that. You're doing a split.
Right? It's kind of icy out here.
That would not be good.
So we are out here with our signs because Mall America has an event called Story Reading Time with Drake Green's reading to the kids. And we don't think that's appropriate. So we are making our voices heard. I know a lot of people don't understand. They think it's okay and it's not normal, it's not right to have a drag queen read to kids at all. At least it's not cold.
I wonder what this is.
Baseball field or
Is that a
something?
parking lot?
I don't know.
Oh, this is the old Metropolitan Stadium.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Did you know that this used to be the stadium, I think?
Really?
When the Twins played.
Huh.
Yeah.
Little fun fact for you.
Boy, we're going to have the wind against us coming back.
Alright. Yeah.
I'm going to have to get a drone that you can attach this sign to and just fly it along
There you go.
the mall.
That would be. Yes, that's not trespassing. I mean, that's not on their property, I should say.
Probably shoot it down.
I shouldn't say trespassing. I should say that's not on their property because it's in the air. So we are on public sidewalk across the street from Mall America.
So if I were to park there and walk over here, I wouldn't have had a problem.
Yeah, probably not.
If you can park there.
Yeah.
Does the transit go through there?
Yes. Buses.
Oh, it does.
Yeah.
Well, I did tell the security, I said, you know, since you don't like my sign, I said, if someone wears a t-shirt with a message you don't like, do you make them take off their t-shirt?
Oh, that's actually a good question.
They said, oh no, we just have them turn it inside out. Well, I turned my sign inside out, and they said I was on private property, and they said I have to leave immediately.
Really?
But if someone has a t-shirt message they don't like, they turn it inside out and they can stay here. So that's not...
Well, it still doesn't make sense. You can't, they can't let someone in the mall, they can't say something. Just because a police officer doesn't like, or security doesn't like someone's t-shirt, they can't make them turn it inside out. It's just like your sign. But I don't, do they have that right to? That's a good question. Do they have the right to say, well, I don't like your t-shirt, turn it inside out?
That's what they said. So I said...
Do they have the right to?
So I said, I'm going to check you on that this summer. And I'm
I
going
would.
to see if you're consistent in your policy.
Yeah, I would.
So no, I don't know.
I would. That's a good, valid question. I mean, they can't, just because he doesn't like what the t-shirt says, he can't, the security officer can't make him or her put the t-shirt inside out because of the saying. You know, that's taking away that man or woman's freedom.
So are they going to make a woman who just has a t-shirt on?
Yeah.
Are they going to let her go in the bathroom, or does she have to do it now, or she's under arrest? You know, because she doesn't.
But it's like you flipped your sign around so no one's seen it, but yet
no one can see it.
But yet still they made you leave. But if someone wears a t-shirt.
After I did that, I was walking through a parking lot.
Yeah.
And they said, "Oh, you're walking through this parking lot, so now you're trespassing, and now you have to leave immediately.
Really?
And you can't come back for 24 hours."
I would.
That's what they told me.
That's something that I check out.
All justice.
That's a good thing to investigate. They can't tell you to change your t-shirt because they don't like the saying of it. That's taking away your freedom. I can't tell someone, just because I don't like the t-shirt, I can't say, hey, can you, take off your shirt? I don't like it. I mean, That's not right.
No, that they're that tough. And yet, I told them 1,500 buildings were burned down in the Twin Cities.
Yeah.
And very, very few were even arrested
Yeah, no.
for it. They just let them get away with it. And I'm in trouble because I'm carrying a sign
Yeah.
in a
Yeah.
way that it can't be read.
Exactly.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay.
But yet all those people who burned down Minneapolis, that's okay. But yet you carry a sign like this, and then you have to leave.
Pretty quiet night out here.
Yeah.
But this is going on from 6 to 7.
Huh.
So maybe we should
Rotunda, I would guess.
warn some.
24. Walk settings on the cross. 24. 24. Walk settings on the cross.
Well, so we go one more block.
Yeah.
Walk settings